Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Impeccable and welcome back to a brand new Satisfactory livestream. Today we are going over this skyscraper, which is the first functional skyscraper I've ever built in Satisfactory. I have made others before, but none of them actually, again, have some sort of functional purpose. So I am rather relieved this is finally done. Is it the best thing I have ever built? No, it's not. But I am planning a rather large city in Satisfactory for my mega factories further down the line, and this has given me a rather interesting insight on some things I have to try and plan. In case you didn't see what this tower used to look like before, I did a stream maybe 2 weeks ago, and I think I made a video as well going over this core power plant, where this tower is attached to, and it looked a bit different. If anything, I think it actually looked worse. So we made some improvements, and now it looks a little bit like this. But essentially, if we just go out of this cinematic mode for a quick second, do you see this foundation right here? Where we essentially got like no indents into the tower. This is what it looked like throughout the entire thing. Also, I did make it about 3 or 4 blueprints taller in the end, just because I thought I would end up looking a bit nicer. And I think it did, so again, I'm not too upset about that. But regardless, the reason why I keep bringing up the call tower or the call facility is because, again, this is where we are making all of our call-related products. So today the plan's rather simple. I want to completely finish the logistics of this tower, of which I have not yet done. And, well, obviously give you a tour around it, do the base of it as well, because this of course is not what I want it to look like. And of course it turns night the second I start streaming. What is my luck? Whenever I'm live, it just turns night instantly. You know what? That's okay. Like I was saying though, we're going to finish the tower, finish all the logistics for it. Finish the buildings around it. I don't yet know what I'll be doing with this specific area, but I do know that I want to try and keep the nature intact, just like so. And then potentially, if you've still got time afterwards, I want to try and do the roof on top. If you are watching the stream pretty much the day it comes out, or within the next few days, you'll notice I've got quite a few streams scheduled. So if you guys would like to see my stream schedule list, then feel free to click on them. And in case you guys can't see it, then you might not know when I'm going to be live. So if you guys are interested in Satisfactory, then feel free to subscribe to not miss out on any Satisfactory content. You don't have to subscribe, it's a way of knowing whenever I'm going to stream, basically. Okay. So are you connected to power? I believe you're fine. How can I check if you're not fine? Because, I mean, you look fine to me. I suppose, you know what I could do is disconnect all my power? No, that won't work, though. Yeah, thank you again to everyone who does decide to watch, though. I do generally appreciate it. So, yeah. Cheers. Inside this tower, in case you guys haven't realized, by the way, a bit of a spoiler alert, we've got a bunch of these power storage units. Essentially, it's a power tower. Which I quite like. Okay, so you're, again, all connected there, but are you connected to the floor below? Because you should be. Okay, there we go, you are. All the power still flowing there. You guys are completely full. This is a good way of knowing if you've actually properly connected, because this is clearly filled up. So that's fantastic. Let's also fill in the floor there as well then. Lovely. Do that. If we do come across any other holes in the ground, I will try and fill them in. Because I suppose that would be a sensible thing to do. And I do want to try and do a few sensible things today. There we go. You know what? I might as well get the chat on screen as well. There we go. I don't think I'll be recording anything for a video today. Right, so this is where things go, tits up, which is completely fine. What I'm going to do is remove that, because we've now added the floor there, because like I was just talking about earlier, this particular floor itself just went straight up for about, like, 9 levels. But now it doesn't, so this corner is now being completely removed, as I will quickly demonstrate. There you go. In case you don't know what completely removed meant. Now we do! Great. Oh yeah, I've absolutely got to do this as well. Transports. Elevator floor stop. And face you over here. Quickly connect you to there. And I also would like to try and get you straight up as well. Absolutely do that. And whilst we're here, what I want to try and do is this. Get rid of that. grab... okay, how am I going to do this? I suppose, no, there will be a way. Right there. Yes, okay. So grab you, go straight up to there. Bring you to here. And bring you, preferably, right inside that foundation. I believe that worked pretty well, so I'll leave that there for now. I should then be able to close you up, right? Because you should have power. You do. That's... why are you going down? Are we still having problems with that? I want to try and find what the culprit is, because it's going down by 75 megawatts. Which means it must be a coal generator, but every time I check my coal generators, I can't find the problem. So, that'll be a pretty fun thing to do. Again, might even try and do that today. Because if it's a water problem, that shouldn't be a massive drama. If it's anything else, I might cry myself to sleep, because I don't know what else it can be. If I'm being completely frank, I don't know what else it can be. So, we'll find out, I suppose, right? Oh well. One more of these floor stops. That straight to there. Brilliant. I would then like to do the exact same thing over here. Again, you guys are completely filled up there with power. So are you, and so are you. Great. To be fair, though, I did do a lot of this off camera. So it's not going to be as painful for you guys to view. Although, I will very quickly check something. Did I make sure to connect these two together? I don't think so. So it's good that we do try to do this. I shouldn't have to, because it should already be connected. But it's better safe than sorry, in my opinion. I can't build that there. There we go. Maybe my toes were in the way or something. The duration of today's stream is going to be about 2.5 hours, by the way. I'm hoping to do potentially a little bit longer, but I don't want to overdo it. There we go. It's closing that. Regarding the lag, I have noticed my game is starting to lag now a little bit, which I suppose is almost to be expected, really. It's done fairly well. It has done fairly well. Got that PlayStation 4 background music. It definitely does remind me of the PlayStation 4. It really does. Okay, you guys are completely hooked up to power. That is fantastic. You should be good. You are good. That's amazing. I've also got myself 400 biofuel. Oh, that's actually something that I am doing. I'm going to reschedule one of my streams. So I think tomorrow, I don't know what I scheduled to be doing. But essentially, I want to try and make my liquid biomass, or packaged liquid biofuel area instead. Because I feel like that's far more important. Okay, everything down here looks pretty good. You guys should all be connected to some power. You are. Great. That is fan-dabby-docious. A word I haven't used in a while. Okay, so you guys haven't got any power. This is where the fun begins. By fun, I mean potentially just ages of just pain. Okay, you're going up. How about you lot? No. That's exactly what I expected to happen. So I'm not surprised. What I do want to try and do, though, is connect you to there. Then bring you out. I believe it's to here, isn't it? So you're going to go straight up. Just like so. And the reason as to why I'm doing that is because I want this. I do realize that there's not really much point decorating this area because you won't be able to see it. But the truth is, you know who will be able to see it? Me. So if I know that I haven't properly done it, it's not going to feel as good to me. So it was always nice to know that, like, I have done it, I don't have to do it again. I've given it my best shot. And I want you to come round over here. You are then going to go somewhere there. Then you're going to connect to there. It's as simple as that. It really is a very simple idea. I don't like to well, no. Okay. I was going to say I don't like to overcomplicate things. That's just a straight up lie. I don't like to massively overcomplicate things. Occasionally, I will do something remotely stupid, but it often has a like a good cause behind it. Not everything I do is meant to be as overcomplicated. Okay, great. So you're starting to charge up. That's brilliant. I can now reconnect you like that. Great. Okay. And we have done... Oh, wait, no, you're facing the wrong... Are you facing the wrong way? You most certainly are. As I boinked my head on the wall there. Whoops. We'll then get rid of you. Then place you up there. Brilliant. Then get rid of you. Then just turn you around, basically. There we go. So I've got to redo that. Gosh darn it. Oh well. Nothing there. I should be able to still use this though. I can. Perfect. One there. Bring you to there. Bring you to there. Then close you off. Great. I might also talk about the reason as to why I built this. I understand it might look a bit weird, like why have I just got like a good 100 or so of these power storage units just lying around? Well, the truth is, if I do ever have some sort of power problem, right now I've got about an hour worth of battery. That's pretty decent. If I didn't have an hour worth of battery, and let's say I was doing some nuclear stuff, I would be in a lot of trouble, let's just say. Not like game-breaking bad, but definitely like not good sort of bad. It's a situation that's clearly avoidable, so I might as well, you know, like avoid it. You should now start charging. You are now brilliant. That's good. We'll then bring you up here then as well. Welcome, Pocket. First one in. Hope that you're doing well today. Bring that to there. I should now be able to almost close you off. I've got to remember that this is the direction that I want the whatchamacallit, conveyor, no. Yeah, the personal elevator to go. Let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that. There we go. So far, I would say, though, the series has been going rather well. It's received a lot of positive reviews as well, which is quite nice. Very nice. Come on. There. Great. How many of these can I afford? I need about 20. I can afford 20. Great. Now, when it comes to our power, yet again, we are going to grab this. A lot of it is like a very similar sort of process, but the good news is, the amount of work I've got to do actually gets less and less the further up we go, because there's less and less floors. That's quite nice. So the stream schedule for this week, what day is it today? Tuesday. So Wednesday, Satisfactory. Obviously today, Satisfactory as well. Thursday, Battlefield. Friday, Satisfactory. Saturday, Satisfactory. Sunday, day off. Then Monday, Satisfactory. So a lot of Satisfactory streams coming out this week. Hopefully you guys will like. If not, that's fine. Still gonna do them anyway. And also, welcome to the new subscriber from last night. Thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate that. You should now be connected. 9. Divide. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. So you should now both be charging. Let's wait for the blue light. Okay, blue light there, which means there must be a blue light there. Also, you can also tell it's charging because you can see this little effect up here, where it looks like the power storage unit's sucking in the air. That's pretty cool. Welcome, Early Pause. Thought it became a full-time... No. No. Absolutely zero chance. You must have been dreaming it. Maybe that's what it was. You had a dream. The view from out here is pretty nice. Okay, let's continue. I believe I can fill that back up now. Everything here should be charging. Yes. It does take a while to charge, but I'm completely fine with that. I don't mind it taking some time. As long as it charges, then that's alright in my eyes. Hello. There we go. You're procrastinating starting a 8 RCU radio control unit, I'm guessing. 3 heatsink, 8 cooling systems, and 3 turbo motors, 3 supercomputers per minute, aluminium-based factory. I suppose it's one of those things where if it has to be done, it has to be done. But if it's just like an additional thing that you might not necessarily need, then it's up to you. I'm sometimes like that with factories as well. Where I'm thinking like, do I have to build this? But the majority of the time the answer is yes, I do. Okay, now if I get rid of this, can I just build off of you? No. So that's now getting in the way of the personal elevator. But apparently this, which is built in the exact same, well, area, is apparently not getting in the way of it. Okay. This makes sense because... No, that's where we needed it to be. Okay, can I do some, like, witchcraft to make this work? Well, the answer's gonna be no, but I don't like accepting that, so let's try again. Roaching... We're not even close. What does it mean? Well, I know what it means, I just don't want it to mean that. So how was I able to do it every other time other than now? Oh, okay. Okay, right. Even if it's smaller factories close by, one part of the project line requires 23 manufacturers for 23 oscillators a minute. That is quite a lot, but again, if it needs to be done, why am I lagging? If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. If it is quite a lot, of course, just do like one small thing at a time. That will generally help. That's what I recommend at least. I was talking about this a bit yesterday regarding the turbo motors. Why? Okay, I actually don't know why I'm lagging so much. There we go. If you were to do the turbo motor recipe from scratch to finish, it will take you ages to do. But if you split it into smaller chunks, like work on the aluminium side and work on the iron side, then just essentially hook it up together, it will be so much easier. Okay, why am I still lagging? You know what I might do? I might reduce my settings again to medium, because the last time that I played on medium, which was yesterday, it honestly felt really good. So, like, graphics-wise, it's not even like that big a difference, I would say. There definitely is a difference, obviously, between medium and ultra graphics. But as long as you haven't got that illuminate mode on, then it's not as big a difference. You will notice when you go from like ultra graphics, lumen, to medium without lumen, there is a very big difference. But I've never played with lumen, because my PC can't physically handle it, unfortunately. I wish I could, but we have got some setbacks. Okay, great. So you're now facing the right way. You're charging. Yep, and you're charging. Yep, so everything here is done. Let's move up. We're well over halfway done now, by the way. And we are only 19 minutes into the stream. So the good news is, this tower, I would say, is going to get complete within the first... Well, the actual tower itself, the first 40 minutes easily. But, like, we're also going to try and redo the base. Or upgrade it a little bit to make it look a bit nicer. Which I'm looking forward to, because I've been meaning to do that for such a long time. You're quite far away, that. There we go. Right. That's not properly lined up. Can I try and properly line it up, or is it just like one of those computer said no kind of things? Right. What? How is that even close? I don't really understand the personal elevators. Because again, sometimes you can place this right on its doorstep and it's completely fine. And other times you'll be nowhere near it and it's like, nope. Nuh-uh. Stop. How dare you? How dare you? I just don't understand. Need to make a small crystal oscillator factory. That's alright. That shouldn't be, like, dreadful. I don't think that will ruin your entire day. With, like, planning and all that. The first thought, you want to make a railway from the heavy modular frame factory to the nitrogen and bauxite. That's a good idea there as well. If I chuck you down there, then okay, I can't do that. I can do that though. Yeah, in this playthrough, personally, I'm trying not to use any... Well, no, I will probably end up using trains. But I don't want to have to rely on trains like in my last playthrough when everything kept on going wrong. Because of trains, and mostly because of liquids and trains. Like, even though I was packaging them before the trains, it still wasn't, like, proper. Like, I was losing a ton of fuel before it even got to where it had to go. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing well. Because the thing is, we were building somewhere around here where, let's say we were getting 1/600 node of crude oil. I didn't understand at the time that I wasn't actually getting 600 crude oil because of the game just doesn't actually give you that amount. So because of that, it meant that everything else that I built wasn't actually 100% efficient. Which is really annoying because I planned everything for that to work, but it just doesn't work. Because it's not efficient. Which is fine, it's just, you know, it is what it is. How do I do this? Yeah, you're connected, okay, so that should be fine. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Actually, do I have to? No, I don't, not this one. Where is it? There we go. And that one there as well. What are we doing today? We are working on our power tower, which shouldn't take too long to do now. We are then back here at our call facility, where I want to apparently bash my head into the window, where I want to try and finish the roof to my power plants and make sure that everything's fine. We'll then do some like plastic and rubber stuff as well, then maybe do some work on our secret factory. Although that is going to be a separate stream in its entirety. There we go. Okay. So that's now done. Are you getting stuff? No. You're not. Although you're... How are you filled up already? Oh, you're not. Wait, no, you are. How? That charged way too quick. Nuh-uh, that is way too quick. There we go. Yeah, my birthday is technically August 17th, but I'm taking the day off. So I'll do the birthday stream on the 16th. Rather than the day I come back, because that would be a bit awkward. Like, happy birthday, even though it's already been your birthday. So yeah, I thought I'd do it a day early. I don't think I'm doing anything for my birthday. I don't like doing stuff for my birthday. Like, celebrating getting older is not really something I want to be celebrating. But, yeah. Oh, wait, you're the only one now. Wow, okay, so all I have to do now is literally just... If I did it properly in the first place. That's to around about there. Then this to here. Now you should start charging straight away. Wait for the blue. There we go. Do 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 do. There we go. I think for the birthday stream, I will just be doing Satisfactory. I have thought about playing City Skylines recently. Although I'm unsure if I'm going to quite make that purchase. If City Skylines 2 ever goes on sale, I would definitely get it. But as of right now, for full, like... What is it? MSRP? MRP? I don't know. But for full price, not sure. I have got City Skylines 1 and I still really enjoy it. But it is starting to feel a little bit dated, if I'm honest. Okay, you're charging, so I don't need that. And there we go, we have finished everything. Which is great. Now, unfortunately, the height limits... This is one thing I'm definitely going to be trying to improve on for our next factory. Or for our next tower. But the height limit has actually been reached for up here, so... I've had to add in these little steel things, but there we go. This means now that our power tower is fully 100% functional and operational, which is great. I do most certainly, though, want to try and actually work a little bit here on the surrounding area. I have already got a pattern in mind. I don't think I want to... Okay. I don't think I necessarily want to use a blueprint here, though. So what we're going to end up doing is grabbing that, zooming you down to here. And then doing the same thing over here as well, I believe. Let's see, because do I like this layout? I do, yes, I do. Well, I don't mind it, at least. Although, I do want to try and redesign this very quickly. Like so. Again, the overcomplicated pickle strikes again. Do I have to redesign this? No. Am I still going to do it anyway? Yes. So you're going to go down there. You're going to go down here. No. You asphalt? No, see, you're concrete. But I want you to be asphalt. There we go. And you're going to mimic exactly what I did over here. The thing is, my building style has changed already quite a bit since I last built this. And it's only really been a couple weeks. There we go. Rename your channel? No. It's too late. There are way too many beans around this area. Like, when I was trying to place down these water extractors, every few minutes they would just spawn in and just walk where I'm trying to build. It's like they're purposely taking the piss. I'm not even harming their planet much anymore. Not today, at least. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Okay, then you. Perfect. Great. Do I want to have some sort of, like, underground bit? I don't think so. Although it might make sense. So if I got rid of you... Then there's like a massive rock thing there, so there's absolutely no point having it here. But then where else would make sense? You know what I might do? I might do this. We'll go into walls. Concrete. I'll then chuck you in here. If you go back the right amount. Then what I'll do here is add in a door. Do you peek up through there? Oh, you absolute... That's fine. Are you kidding me? How's that? That will do if I do the exact same thing over here as well. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna have to make sure that it's fine on both sides. Okay, this is okay. What we can then do is place you down there, which eliminates the majority of our problems. There we go. Can I even do it on this side of the wall? It might look a bit, what's the word? Congested, I suppose? Yeah. Compact is another word, I suppose, yeah. Okay, where is the wall that I want? There we go. I'll then try and do... Okay, again, this won't line up properly. Oh. Bow, bow. Valhalla pickle and see images of children cutting pickles. Is that what comes up when you search my channel? Oh dear. Maybe in like 25 years time I might have like my channel come up when you search for my channel. Maybe, I don't know. Depends how it does. So get rid of that. Get rid of that there as well. Okay, wow. Apparently we had a lot of items in there. You can remain there for now, I suppose. Is there anything I can upload whilst I'm here? Iron of... Always iron rods, man. Okay, you definitely. Anything else? How about copper sheets? I'm feeling like copper sheets might be a good call here. Well, yeah, but... okay. I'll wait for that to get done first. Pops up for you, but the majority of people know, oh, that's fair enough. Where's our corner? This is our corner. So... so I wanted to go in like that. It gives it a unique shape, but it makes it a bit more of a challenge to build, so just no. And the reason I said no there is because I never overcomplicate things. Never. Not even once. I do want to try and have stairs going the entire way around, though. They definitely do have to try and add some sort of, like, stair corner piece. Because they haven't got that as of right now, and I don't know why. Maybe there's a reason behind it, but I don't know it. Also continue you around here, why not? If we're gonna make it interesting, let's make it interesting. Let's just hope for my sake that interesting doesn't mean crap. If it does, then... damn. Like every single project I ever attempt on this game, we won't know if it's good until it's done, essentially. So, fun. No pressure. I'm gonna zoop you again until we get to that corner. Same with you, I'll bring you straight down. Same with you. I think you come up by 2 clicks, don't you? Oh no, that looks like it's just 1. Okay. That's all good. So that's that mostly done. What am I going to do for the corners now? What I was thinking was this. We're going to keep things nice and simple. I'm going to regret saying that. Your internet crashed in yesterday's raid, so... oh, that's fine. It's okay. I don't think we'll be doing a raid today. Unless something, like, drastic happens. There we go. If you'd like me to turn up the game audio, by the way, do let me know. I've got a wall here, haven't I? I don't actually know what I'm going to do with this wall yet. But something has to be done with it. We'll see. I suppose the easiest thing for me to do is to repeat this pattern over there. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm going to be doing something interesting at the same time. Regardless, that's not right now a problem. So let's continue with this. Are you lined up? Yes. So you're going to come back over here. Up to there. Then come along to here. Straight down. Which isn't working. Hello. Thank you. There. We're now lined up. Let's also get rid of this here as well. I want to try and keep a few of these bushes if I can. I also wouldn't mind extending this around there either. That will go on top of the waterfall though, and I don't really want that. So I suppose for that argument's sake, I won't do it. But I wouldn't have minded doing that. Get rid of a few of these. Oh, or not, then that's fine. You go up to here? I believe so. No, you go one under. Right. So you technically start... I haven't placed it down there. What if I place one on top? There we go. That was weird. Cut a hole foundations in the wall in the bottom. 2 blocks of paint at the super black concrete color. And it will look like the water is, oh. There's a part 2, let's go. Flowing through your factory after you use the... That could be pretty nice. I was planning on doing something very similar to that. It's going to be a big wall. Will be. And hopefully it will also be worth it as well. Guess we'll be finding out in a minute regardless. You know what, I woke up today and I thought, how can I just waste even more of my concrete? How about doing a part of the factory that no longer matters? Yes. What a fantastic way to use my resources. Honestly, fantastic stuff. So you then start back again over here. Mosquito bite your leg. Oh, mosquitoes are just dreadful, aren't they? They really are just dreadful. I remove you. Well, I can. Why have I even got this here? That was obviously some flaw originally. But as of right now, it doesn't look like it serves much of a purpose. So if I really wanted to, I can get rid of that flaw. But again, as of right now, I might keep it as some sort of like roof actually. There we go. Regardless, we'll come back to that in just a moment. You are gonna go... there. And get rid of that. It's weird how I can never select that. I don't understand. So what I've got to try and do again is build up, right? Like that. Then zoom it down. One. Can't seem to select the second one. There we go. Okay, if I do it to there, we should be alright. Bro, there are flies everywhere right now. Where did that didn't even go remotely where I was looking. Which sums up the zoop mechanic rather well. Going down is actually slightly easier. We do have to try and go back and add in those columns. They shouldn't take too long. The 1 meter walls. I just prefer it. I just prefer it, if I'm honest. I want you there. No. I don't. Oh. Nice. Then go to them two. Okay, so you have to go down by about 15 in total. That's not too bad. If I do 5 then 10, or 5 and then however far down it is I have to go, that should be alright. And one more. Everything that gets in the way, just remove it. Like this. Except half of them are like very difficult to try to remove. Like, I can't select it. I literally cannot select it. There we go. Weird that, but oh well. That one wasn't too bad. You've definitely got to go. If I can select it. Nice. I think with you I can get rid of you with a chainsaw. Although I don't think I've actually uploaded my chainsaw to my depot. No, that's okay. So now what we are going to do, firstly, fill in the gap. Secondly, make sure that my columns are going around everywhere. But it shouldn't be that difficult to do, I don't think. What I'll do, actually, is select a foundation. Be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, again, architecture. Small concrete pillar. Are you, height-wise, are you okay? I think you're technically fine, because we're going to have this above here, aren't we? Yep. That's perfect. And zoop you down to there, zoop you down to there. Great. Tomorrow's stream should be good. Again, I am changing the title and thumbnail of tomorrow's stream. Well, we're not changing it. Technically, we're pushing back what I was originally going to do. Because I do want to try and get all of that packaged liquid biofuel done. So tomorrow is probably the best opportunity for me to try and do that. Hence why I'm pushing back whatever it is I've put in that title for tomorrow. And we'll do that sometime next week. I think now I've got all my streams scheduled up until next Monday, is it? As in like the Monday coming up for next week. Okay, so everything here is 1 too high that I've just done. Cool. I don't really want to have to redo all of it though. Am I gonna have to? Because you go underneath there. I shouldn't have to. There we go. Do something a little bit different here, why not? Great, we then do the exact same here on the other side, which is just, well, for now 3 of them. I do want to try and continue you around to there. Great. That should be alright then. Bring you lot straight down. Preferably though, I do want to try and remove just one of them for now. So I can do this. Great. Let's also make sure that I've got the barriers up here done as well. I wonder if this is like the most amount of days I've streamed Satisfactory in a month. So it feels like we've done quite a few streams. I I suppose is a good thing. There. Awesome. And then you just line up with that, essentially. Let's just make sure that you are fine here, which you should be. Make sure that you are in line with this, which again, you now are. Awesome. You want to make sure that that's definitely there as well. Now, regarding everything on this side, I think we are done. Regarding everything on every other side, we are not done. How much concrete have I used so far? A good couple stacks. Hey, Jimmy, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. That is very kind of you, man. September 2024 was the month... Oh, yeah. That makes sense, I suppose. Yep. Okay, right then, with you... I want to position you there. Right in the middle. Great. We're then going to leave our little gap over here, which should fit into here perfectly fine. Yep. Make sure I select you. Colorado, welcome, man. Good to have you here. Must be very early for Colorado. By the way, it's 3 PM here, so maybe it's not like that bad. Must be definitely the morning though. And I'll chuck you across here. Lovely. Oh, that actually fits perfectly. Great. Actually, it should do, yeah, 'cause I think this is 8 by 8, so that should be a 10 by 10. That makes logical sense, yes. You lot up here are completely fine, so I'll leave that. And continue this around here as well. This is one of those projects I've been wanting to like just fully finish and get out of the way with now for quite a while. So it would be nice if we can try and just get it fully done today. I don't see a reason why we can't. It won't take that long to do now. We've already done all the logistics for it. The roof, I am, if I'm honest, unsure about. The roof of my main core facility. I don't know how long that's actually going to take. I'm hoping it won't take a drastic amount of time. Also, what am I going to put into here? Because the original plan was some vents. And fans. Yeah, they look quite nice there. We'll keep it. Although this looks bent. Obviously it's not bent, but it looks it. Oh dear. So then you're going to go somewhere here. That should be fine. And maybe even one more down over this. This area's changed quite a lot since we very first started building it. I didn't really know what it was going to end up being like. Just like every other thing that I make in this game, I literally just close my eyes and I hope it looks fine. Which luckily, a lot of the time, it does, I suppose. Always miss it by like one little bit, don't I? Perfect. That side over there is completely fine as well. Brilliant. We'll now repeat this on along the southern facing side, and that would be it. that right? No. Yeah, that was wrong. It didn't look right. It is quite weird to imagine that update 1.0 has been out now for almost a year. Long time. Really is. Okay, the good news is now, again, just zoop you guys down. That should be it. Mostly. There's no longer night as well, which is great. I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah. It's a basic design, but I'm not quite done with it fully just yet. Firstly, you're finished, that's great. But I now want to try and focus on the main bit underneath as well. This area. So how are we going to do this? I suppose a good few zoops around to the other side wouldn't hurt anyone. Make sure that all of these are gone. For this, I don't know what I'm going to do over there. Okay, this is actually slightly off-center, which is interesting. But I believe if I was to place it down here, this should be fine. Right. And again, zoop you down over there as well. And I think we're just about done with that. So we get rid of you. There are still some parts in here that I do want to improve. Like, that side's fine. This side needs some work, though. That's an understatement. It needs Jesus at this point. There we go. That helps at least a little bit. Okay, wow. So you're just going to go straight up to around about here, if I'm honest. That's fine. I wouldn't mind you maybe being one over. Because in theory, you actually have to be over here, don't you? Like that. I think what I'll do is go into architecture, painted beam. There. Again, it's slightly off, but I feel like that's fine because of this wall over here, which I can't really do too much about. Regarding everything else... I suppose none of it's actually necessary. Because I'm never going to be coming back down here ever again. There we go. So this building's now technically finished for what I want to try and get it... Well, for what I want to try and get done today. Regarding everything over here, I'm still unsure of what the actual main design is going to be. Let's try and get the camera up instead, rather than just flying around for like 1 second and crashing. Okay, so... This is fine the way it is. I'm just thinking though, it's a bit weird just having it by itself. But I like this area here. Like, I like the way this feels. So how can we change that? Well, I think that we actually get rid of it. Well... Is there a way that I can get rid of... Like... I could get rid of that, but then no. No. What if I make it slightly taller than that? So somewhere in between this height and this height. Well, you know what? What if I make it that height and have like a bridge that connects them? Is that a bit too much again? Yeah, that's a bit much. Let's do it. Could be interesting. I honestly don't know what else to do. Let's try that. Do the exact same thing this way. Oh, it's doing the bug again. This bug's never gonna get out of the game. No. Like, the amount of times like you try and remove something and then something else that you're not even looking at gets removed instead. I will never understand it. Right, so you two have found the way you are as of right now. I want to add that to there, that to there, and then essentially just, again, increase the height of everything. So we have to start off by removing it all, and adding it back. It'll be interesting. Looking pretty nice. Yeah, it's coming together a little bit. It's annoying when I build something that I think looks okay, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, I can tell there is still something wrong with it. I don't know what. I hate when that happens, because it just makes me feel like I can add something, I just don't know what to add. There we go, then one last one over here as well. I believe this is actually like a main entrance. I don't want to fully block it, but... Oh well. We'll get rid of that for now. And that's our first tower done. Is that the right height? It's about the right height. It will take a few blocks. Nice. Way taller than it needs to be. Oh yeah, it wasn't that tall originally. I just made it taller because I was bored. I didn't know what else to do. Oh, okay, I've fallen. Now, are you definitely the same height? Because sometimes it's not. No, you look pretty good. Great. So height-wise, is this a good sort of height to be dealing with? I mean, again, it's rather tall. But I think it could be alright. Yeah. Unless now that I'm thinking, actually. If I was to build this tower over here instead, which I don't want to do because I wanted that to be the same height as this, so I can't do that. Okay. So yeah, we'll just continue this then. That seems okay. Get rid of that. Why are you slightly off? Don't know, but everything else isn't, so let's just make sure you are the same height. Grace. The same height, you're the same height, and you are the same height. This is about one foundation, give or take. It's exactly one foundation, give or take nothing. Great. And I think you're about the same height there as well. Let's try and make sure that you guys are equal. So then you should be exactly one foundation as well. Give or take nothing. No, so you're slightly off. Okay. I mean, I can clearly see that it is actually off, yes. Is that going to make a massive difference, though, I wonder? Like, as long as the... No, it won't do. No. As long as these are lined up, at least, with the ones down over there, then it should be fine. Yep. I would have liked it to be lined up with this, but obviously that's just not going to happen. It can be lined up with that instead, which is cutting through the tree. So is this going to end up being okay? Oh, that was close. I really don't know. I really do not know. I wasn't gonna build like this thing today. This was not the plan. It would look fine though. Like it would look completely just okay. Then I get rid of this thing here at the bottom as well, maybe? Just completely get rid of it, let nature take it back. Let me see what we can get done from that. If I build like a rectangle, maybe. Yep, that could work. Could be alright. Although now you're in line with that, which means that you'll be cutting through. So we have to bring this down then. I don't really want to have like two towers right next. Bro, these flies are literally getting into my eyes now. And my mouth. It's annoying. I don't want this tower to be that tall or that thick, really. Doesn't help that it's nighttime again. The obvious thing to do is just leave it. Like, get rid of all this and just leave it the way it is. I don't really want to do that, though. Then if I was to build something here, it's going to look a bit weird going from, like, one tall building to a smaller one to an even smaller one to nothing. I don't really want that progression. I'd rather it look unnatural. So, like, one tall building, a smaller one, then another tall building there as well. But I don't want to build a tall building there. So the other option that I can do, like I just mentioned there, was just to get rid of this wall. And then lower down this one again to this sort of height. Swarm of flies, yeah. They're annoying. They are annoying. So yeah, lower you down. Then that will then go back to over there. Okay. Why are you slightly off? Doesn't matter. As long as everything is on the same line, it's okay. Then what we can do is... Can I not increase the height of that? That's close. Yeah, okay, I actually have to by about 2. Okay, right. brings that to around about here. Then that brings you to here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that there as well. Move that here. Keep you there. And I think also carry you across here as well. Same thing here. Same thing there. Great. So that's now done. That's rather nice. Apparently I've also put some asphalt over here as well. I'm guessing that's part of you. Yes, but there is going to be nothing here eventually. There's going to be a wall, so I don't actually have to build that out. So that can remain the way it is. That's fine. Still got that coming around here, which means that that also has to come around here as well, I suppose. Let's see if I can get that done. Again, all of that can go. So you quite literally just go here. Is that going to be facing the right way? I can almost say for a fact it's not. There we go. There was a 1 in 4 chance it would, to be fair. But of course, clearly the answer here was no. That's close. Just about to make it back up there. Now it should all be on the same line, which is nice. There we go. I can see this is now correct. Which means that you can all go. Same with some of you. I want to be careful here. Not to remove any parts of the actual tower itself. Because we are rather close to it. So then everything here has to go as well. There we go. Lovely. I think this is the best overall decision for this area. Because again, the tower just looks rather weird next to it. We've already got one tower. One's enough. One's actually too much. I just posted because I was a bit bored. No, one tower is completely fine. What we need. That's... Lovely. We have got something here though, haven't we? Yeah, but that can technically now go as well. Great. So can you... Just zoop you straight down. Great. Same with that. Everything behind here, I believe, is as perfect as I want it to be. Go up by about that much there as well. How does that look now? How much more have I got to add? See, that just looks better now. Because the tower's by itself, you can still see the nature, that's completely fine. You've also got that concrete coming around here, which I think looks alright. Is there anything else for me to add to the roof? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. There are some bits I can do in here, I suppose, if I really wanted to. No, there we go, that's better at least. I wouldn't say it's good, I'd say it's better. Yep. Although I believe you can also go, can't you? Okay. Then... what? You come up to around about here. Okay. I do actually want to try and dupe you up if I can. I understand this was a door, but now the door is gone because there's a door around the other side. So that's going to be fine, I think. You're centered. It's better. Okay, except for the front two, or the top two. You're fine. Yeah, it's a very simple building there on the left side, but it works. It does work. I was going to also try and build a chimney there, but I don't really see the points in this particular factory. Should we try and go for the sign now? Because I have been meaning to do this for quite a long time. I know what I have to do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. Because it's a massive... I think that's a line from, like... is that Marvels? One of the Marvel movies? I don't know. I don't watch that stuff. But essentially, this wall's going to go all the way back. I might even paint it actually like a dark sort of colour. There we go. And I genuinely do not know if this is going to work. Oh well. A way to make plain roofs not look boring. Load up your blueprint designer to place a grip metal 2-meter half foundation and 2 fans coloured black and unpainted above it. Oh, nice. Never thought about doing that. You go to there perfectly. No, there's a gap. There's also a gap there as well. Right, okay. That's the first part done. We do need quite a lot more though. Cut that across. You're going to go up by quite a bit more. Let's say 10 meters there for that one and 10 meters there for that one. Great. Attach a wall hole to the foundation using a 1-meter wall, placing the wall hole underneath the wall. Then connect a chrome colored pipe to a floor that will be clipped into the roof. That could be interesting actually with the pipe. There are many different ways that you can try and have like a decent roof design. It's always been one area of the game that I do generally struggle quite a lot with, is the roof. Okay. So, is there a reason as to why I've built this? Well, obviously, yes. Do I know the particular reason? Not really. Firstly, what I do want to try and do, though, is this gap here. Apparently, I can't fit through. Brilliant. Thank you for that. I want to try and close it off somehow. See, over on this side doesn't look too bad. There's a very small gap. You can't really see it as much, whereas over here you most certainly can. What we're going to end up doing is grabbing this and doing the exact same thing, just going up there. There we go. Preferably, I now do want to try and move you a bit closer. You know what? No, I could do something like... No, don't want to do that. Okay, so yeah, you've now got to move so that you're in line with this. If we do 3 like that, how's that going to look? I think overall they'll look fine, eventually. Then you guys just remain the way you are. I think. A ventilation unit. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Of course, now we already have vents in the game, but it's nice to have more of a collection, sometimes, of vents. Again, bring you straight down to that. Why are you a different color to everything else? Why? Why? Apparently you're not. You're telling me that that is this. Oh, it's the shadow, isn't it? Okay, fair enough. I was going to say it shouldn't have been a different color, that. So what I want to try and do is something, I don't know. I was going to have a sign here. I feel like this might be a bit better. So let's start like this. That's welcome, Camilla. Hope that you're doing well. Welcome to the Fortnite live stream. Perfect. This is not going to be the shittest thing you've seen today. It's only going to be the second shittest thing. Because now what I want to try and do is essentially a tunnel. Or a tunnel looking thing. We're going to go back by 2. And then paint this one just like black. Essentially. How far back can I go? Like the maximum. I say, yeah, it's probably around here. 2.5. But then you're going to have to be the 1 meter wall though, because otherwise there'll be a shape here. So let's change you to that. Enjoying Roblox streams more, but Fortnite's... Yeah, Fortnite's fine. Yeah, got a few victory royales 1.3 seconds ago. We actually just broke the kill record as well. We've got 2 kills. I'm doing fine. I'm on the edge of my seat in anticipation for the next Battlefield Open beta sesh. I've already got the stream ready. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Literally on the edge of my seat. But yeah, stream's been good today. Managed to get a good bit done. We finished the tower, which took a while, but it's now done, which is quite nice. The coal power plant's still coming together. I want to try and build something else over there now as well. Some like circular build, most likely. But now we're building a little dwarven entrance. Even though, of course, it's not really a dwarven entrance. It's the same size as, like, a building. Edging for Battlefield. Yeah, like, literally, yes. It was such an amazing experience, according to everyone else. So. And there's a reason why people call me the positive pickle. I never have anything bad to say about anything ever. So. Another reason why I'm super hyped. To get, like, literally no hit registration for 4 days straight. I mean, to get amazing hit registration, sorry. My voice lagged. So for now, I wanted to do this, but I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is inverted ramp Like that. And having concrete, it has to be concrete, it can't be any other resource. That's not even facing the right way. The reason why it has to be concrete is because it's going to offer that lighter sort of feel that I really want to try and get from this. It's just the beta. Yeah. Oh. So the whole plan of what I'm trying to build now, essentially, is this is going to be some sort of, like, doorway into the mountain. I don't know if I'm going to have, like, trains going into it. But I want it to seem like there is some sort of action going on here. Like, behind here, there is, like, the factory of all time. Oh, we're talking about something else that isn't Satisfactory, even odd. Alright. Battlefield, the game that I was streaming a couple days ago. I'm streaming it again Thursday. There we go, one more. No, that's the wrong way. Nice. So how is this looking? It's looking bad. I think I've got to try and increase the height here even further. So go by at least one more foundation. At least one more. Am I going to play it? Yeah. Of course. What if I leave it like this? I think, you know what I'll do? I'll do that, but I'll also then do this. Like that. No. Oh wait, apparently it's all painted black? I thought I painted that one grey. Okay, it's all black then. That's a bit better. Although again, I feel like this has to be a bit higher. Like up to around about here. That's a bit too high. Let's try it now. What if I was to try this? Again, I'm just thinking about designs here. I'm not really going for anything too serious. How about that? It's not straight. Why is it not straight? This should be... Oh, it's not... Yeah, it's not actually lined up properly. Doesn't help. It's fine, though. It's alright. Made the possible look possible. Thank you very much. I have been known to do that. I've been known to create very forgettable moments. It looks fat. How the hell does it look fat? Not straight, it's trying. Bro, it's... The wall's fine. A positive pickle, absolutely. Overcomplicated pickle? Okay. That's fine. Bullying sack. Bullying? No. Never. Why does it look large? It shouldn't look... Oh. I'm trying to think, how can I make it not look like that? As a fly goes straight into my eye again. Gosh darn it. And then I've got to try and line you up to here as well. Doesn't really help. It doesn't actually have to be. It just would have been nice, but oh well. So if I want us to build it like this, we are going to have some problems. So I think what I'm going to do is actually get rid of that. That's going to have to go as well. Then select, where is it? There we go. It looks like a bunny. I know, it's supposed to not look like a bunny. That's not the intent. I could try and pop it out a little bit. Here we go. This is an idea that I learnt in... somewhere. Do not do what I'm doing, because this is probably stupid. There. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to make it stick out. But do I want it to stick out like that? I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Not real, it might be. I might overcomplicate it off camera. I'm trying to think now. No. I would say I'm fairly straightforward. When I keep flying, I've got a camera. I've literally got a camera for this. Okay, this is actually not dreadful. The reason as to why I say that, despite it looking dreadful, is because there's one simple design I can try and do here to make things look a little bit better. That's to add... Although if I add a wall there, it'll make no sense. So I've got to actually trade you out for... you, I think. And maybe keep you like that, or no. Have you go up like that. Then again, remove this. I know what a joke is, don't worry. Starting to look nice. It looks shocking. It's shockingly shit. But thank you. Thank you for the positivity. Now what if we go up like that? Then you can go. No, yes. Oh, don't turn night now as well. No, it shouldn't turn night. It's still got like another half hour before it's nighttime. See, that sort of design could look decent now on the other side. Where it's like some sort of tree. I want it to look like a tree. But why do I want it to look like a tree? You learned that positivity on Battlefield 6? Yeah, I know, it's the most positive game that's ever gamed. Hey, thank you very much, Robert, as well for the follow over on Twitch. I don't know why that didn't come through when you followed. I do deeply apologize for that. That is extremely kind of you, man. So, thank you for the Twitch follow. I feel like if I was to replicate this on the other side, then do a couple tings between here and there. Look, alright. What is it you're working on? I don't know. Chat, I don't know what I'm doing. Someone send immediate help to my location. I don't know what I'm doing. Because I was finishing this tower, which I think is now pretty much done. And I was going to build a sign here, but now I don't want to build a sign here. I think what I want to try and do is build a train that goes through there to here. That is it. It's just like a visual train. Then a black wall along the back there to make it look... Oh, you know what? I want to make it look like the train's coming towards us. So we'll build the track out to around about here, with the train hanging on the side there. Yes. That's what we'll do. So, can I replicate what I've just done on this side over on that side? Probably yes, but the question for me now as well is, do I want to do that? I think let's try it. There's a couple things, as I say, here and there I might want to try and add. This bit, I don't know, like, there's something about the shape that just doesn't look right. But it might look better after we add something in the middle. So, try and keep going, I think. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking stuff with my mouse. I'm controlling my body, but I don't know if I'm controlling it in the way that I want it to be controlled. I think so. Maybe. So then we do that. And when it comes to you, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And again, you'll just go straight up. Please, 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 thank you. Dice, please. The thought of 160 overclock refineries and constructors is starting. Oh, nice. For the copper powder, for the nuclear pasta. Yeah, the nuclear pasta can be an absolute nightmare to try and construct. Although I feel like it almost has a 1, 2, 3, 4. A rewarding element behind it is... Well, how did I get that so badly wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Never mind. Sorry. No, ignore me. There we go. I don't know why, but I find it really fun to do nuclear pasta. Or powder, even. So now, with you, what do I do now? I can't just start building you there, can I? Oh no, I definitely can. So what, we do that, then we do this. Is that looking symmetrical so far? I believe it will do. Now I've got this here. So clearly that's not blinking symmetrical, is it? Oh no, it is, because there's a gap there. Okay. So then you go up by how much extra? 10, okay, right, yeah. Makes sense. You're staring at your screen waiting for phase 4 components to be done. Should probably rebuild something or so. That's exactly what today's stream is, if I'm honest. Because last stream we built our modular engines, and now I'm just waiting for that to be done. That's why tomorrow's live stream, I believe, is titled something along the lines of unlocking phase 3. You got by 2. Okay, very nice. I hope this is one of those projects where, like, if you're tuning back in within, like, the next 5, or, no, the next half hour or hour, it will look really good. And then, like, there's nothing to worry about. But I don't know yet. I just don't. Oh well. And that's then going to go across here. Making sure that you're all painted white. How is nuclear past the fun? I don't know. I don't know, Jeff. You stare at your... Oh, I've already read that message. Nice. We're building the particle accelerators are fun to build, but what else? The satisfaction of having the nuclear... Yeah, I suppose. That could always be a fun element. Okay, get rid of you. Get rid of you there as well. Actually, I think I might prefer the dark sort of look. Let's see. Of the inside concrete wall there. I feel like it is coming together. Yeah, it is coming together. It just needs something on top now as well. Something along the sides here. Can I indent it by 1, or... How wide is this? Preferably, I wouldn't mind an indent somewhere like here. Going pretty much the entire way up and down it. If I can. I think we can. Literally, all it would be is this. Same thing with that. Same thing with that. Okay. Color-wise, I think it should be different. Oh, can I even make it back? Yes. Please. Right. I think it should only be 1 thick. It should be 1 thick and as close to this side as possible, I think. So essentially remove all of this. Thickness-wise, I think it should still be fine. An elevator could be quite nice. I've already got one going up to there and one going up to there, though. And again, with you lots, we'll probably end up having some sort of, like, beam. Like so. Then you'll then have to be flanked by another one of these. Which has to go there? No, one further in. Width-wise, you're good. No, one more. What should we do here? Big frame, maybe? Come on. So how would this design look? Do I really want another one of those concrete walls here, though? Probably not. But I have to, if I want it to look symmetrical. I just feel like I want there to be like a decent gap though between... You know what? No, this entire thing could just go. The idea was fine, but I just don't think it works well with this. There we go. At least we tried it though. It's always good to try these things. Nice. Other than that, what other changes can I make? Firstly, start with a nice simple one. And what if I was to increase you out to here? Like so. That could look interesting. I think I don't mind that. It's not the worst thing I've done today. Let's continue it. I think now it's just a case of adding minor things to this to make it overall look like a bit better. That. Yeah, so if we do this exact same design here where I've got the concrete wall on the very outsides. Okay, that's fine. I've also decided that I think black's going to be nicer for the interior here, so that's alright. There we go. Okay, you're actually going to be more difficult to do than I thought. I'll leave it for now then. And then regarding this part up here. I might honestly just leave it like that. I don't know. Because if you were to come down by like an extra little nudge there, like this. That's what I had before, wasn't it? Oh, so lower it down there by 2. It's a little bit like a snake now, which I quite like. What if I was to actually just try and colour it in like a snake as well? How could I even do that? That's almost like a cross. Leave it like that for now, I suppose. So, the next bit I want to try and do is make sure that all of this is filled in. Although I can probably move a little bit closer. For this part. Okay. Nope. And make sure to bring all this up. This will take some time. But I think it's important to get it done, and the 1 meter wall I feel like is fine as well. So I really don't have any sort of patterns here at all. Been facing very annoying bugs, but sometimes when you're looking at a wall, the wall fades in and out of existence. Yes, I've been having that for a while. The very first time I probably saw it was most likely in update 1.0. It probably existed before then, but I never really paid too much attention to it before update 1.0. And now I see it quite a lot. And it can be quite annoying, especially when you're trying to build something that looks quite nice, and then your game is like phasing in and out of the wall. It's like, oh, okay, right. Not really what we were looking for. Well, welcome, Camille. Hope that you're doing well. Any tips how to measure and plan buildings like that? Literally all I do is just build, unfortunately. One thing that I do plan a lot for is my logistics. So if I've got 400 iron, I'll make sure that I will use every single one of the iron that's available to me. But when it comes to actually building, I literally just turn on my computer and then start to build. Sometimes it will end up looking nice. Sometimes it will end up looking terrible. It literally just depends on the day. I'm still unsure about how this is going to look. But I've got ideas at least. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I feel like a lot of people are quite afraid to make mistakes. Don't. Like, if you design something and it doesn't look nice, you know what you can do? Just take it down, then do it again. That's what I did over here with my tower, for example. I didn't like the way it looked to begin with, even though it took me quite a long time to design and to do. So I tore down a part of it. I kept a lot of it the way it was, but then I redid parts of it, and then I think it looks better, at least now, than what it did before. Still not quite perfect, but most certainly better. One, two, three, four. I want you to be lining up with that. There we go. Now you can dupe over here. Okay. And you can then know. Where are you currently facing? There. You just zoop across there. No. So that's what the roof's going to end up looking like. Oh, I keep forgetting we got Sam here. This should be part of the secret factory. Which isn't a secret because I've said it like every single stream for the last 2 months. Yeah, don't worry if you do get overwhelmed, Camille. Just give it your best shot. If it looks nice, great. If it doesn't look nice, eh. A lot of my builds look terrible to begin with. Some of them still do. But like with this, for example, I started with the water extractors. Then I started here with the half foundations where I then stored all my my pipes. Then I added the lights and I added the glass, and then I had to add this pit here for the SAM. So a lot of it is just progression as well. Like it might start off one way and end a complete another. Welcome, Bob. Hope that you're well, man. Welcome back. Welcome. Turn to spaghetti, yeah. Yeah, there's no reason spending like an hour and a half on a project that you can't even see. You'll notice a lot of the time I do. And I know it sounds a bit hypocritical saying don't do it as I instantly do it. But I do it because like, not just for the streaming reasons, but more like personal reasons. Like, if I was to not finish it, then I would feel like really crap about it. Because I would know that I didn't finish it. It's like my mind's like, oh, you didn't finish that. Why didn't you finish it? You could have finished it. How am I doing? Yeah, doing pretty well. I'm trying to design something, but I'm just making things up as I go along, and I'm struggling to know if it's alright. Like that. Unless I was to paint it orange. Like this. Unsure. I still do actually want to try and come out here as well. So if we grab this, let me just try and land it. Good luck with the design, thank you. Yes, I think we're going to need it. So, how can I even do this? It's like up to there maybe. But then come out by 2? How is that going to look? Nice. Wait, if I select you, I'm so far away from what I'm building I can barely see. I'm literally squinting my eyes. So let's move a bit closer. So now I've come out by another 2. 4 nuke nobelisks. Ooh. Save them for the swamp. That's what I would do. But if there's only 4, then I don't know. I don't think 4 would do a lot. Okay, so I don't want that. It's like I want to do something similar here, but coming outwards that way. Maybe even coming down as well. In fact, that's a good idea. Let's go down rather than up. Again, how's that going to look? Finished making your 10,000 copper powder, damn. I will be transporting it via train over to the Gold Coast because now this biome, the grassfields, is full with 15,000 iron ingots and 30,000 copper ingots. Damn. Yeah, that sounds good though. So, like this. Is that lined up? Probably not. It perfectly is. Oh, there's a gap. You're kidding me. How would this look? Weird. And a bit too far out, I would say. So then if I was to build this, then here. What if I was to do that? Then grab you. I mean, it gives it a unique design. I just think it might be uniquely short, which is my biggest problem. Like, it's well and good if it does look unique, but I also want it to look nice. Let's just try and replicate that now on the other side, which we started from 3 down. Bar 1. One, 2, 3. You're lined up pretty good to me. There. I like that. I think that's where I want it to go. How far down do we come down by? So 3 for that one, then what was that? 6, 7? Welcome, Skies. I hope that you're good. Welcome to the stream today. You're actually 1 too close. That's rather annoying. What I could do though is this. Get rid of you two. We said 3 and 7, didn't we? Oh. I missed that. Is that right? Yes. Wondering how this is going to look. In Dune Deserts, best choice. I keep saying that. I always say the Dune Desert is a fantastic biome to start in. Then everyone raises their right-hand index finger and is like, actually... It's like, no, it is. It's a good place. I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. Like, I've been to every biome. I've started everywhere. In every part of every biome. I've done it all. I could say without a shadow of a doubt that the Dune Desert is just the best. it's relatively flat. I know there's like dunes, obviously, because it's called the Dune Desert. Bit of a spoiler there. Sorry, guys. Should have said spoiler alert beforehand. But yeah, the Dune Desert's got, you know, desert dunes. I keep saying it is one of the best biomes, if not the best biome to start in. It's flat. It's got tons of resources. Tons. Like the comparison between the Dune Desert and then like all the other ones, it's not even like a remote close comparison. And then another thing that people wave their fingers about, which is fair enough, it's the biomass. There's tons of biomass. The one lake area, if I try and show you guys, here. If you go up here, there is enough wood to keep you going for the first 70 hours of your playthrough if you use it wisely. Like, if you've got a factory this size, or the same size as my starter factory, and then you're still using wood, then that's, you know, not great. Okay, I think I'll keep it like this. Regarding what I'm going to do on top of here, I don't know. So I have to build you out by an extra 2, don't I? I think we're doing this. And one more here. No, further by 1. There. You seem slightly... No, you're fine. Everything here's fine. Very negative. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most positive channel. Oh. Most positive Satisfactory channel. 0 bad words, nothing. No, just good spirits. Good spirits. Okay, this should almost be there now, right? Is that one too far over? No, it's fine. Great. Grand. Okay, how is this progressing? It's progressing, I think. Again, looks weird as heck. I don't know what I've actually designed. But we've designed it. So... Oh! You know what we could do? Okay, I'm gonna do a portal that goes into another dimension. Okay, I love making things unbelievably difficult for myself, in case you guys haven't been able to tell. It seems to be some sort of, like, passion. But essentially, if I was to remove this... I can come back here by a little bit. Okay. I don't have to use anything, like, fancy here. All I've got to do is this. This won't take long, this won't take long. I come back by about that much. This will only take, like, another hour and a half. No, it's a joke. So it's still going to be a sign and a door and a train thing. But it's going to be a train from another dimension, essentially. That's it. The concept's still simple. And then the problem now is I haven't really given myself much room because I wasn't really planning on doing this. But what I want to try and do... Go into organization. Small billboard. Oh no, this is going to take forever. Large billboard. Put you down to here. Layout, text only. Get rid of the text. Background color, which is you. Pink. A dark purplish, actually. Perfect. Glossy 3. Bam. Too pink. Has to be darker. Good. Now, the problem one could say is I can't actually see what I'm doing. But the plan is, I want to try and have, like, a couple cracks along here. Although it might be a better idea to place down my actual train first. Let's do that. I shouldn't need a blueprint designer for this. But what I want to try and do is architecture. Big concrete. Actually, I can't use this again, can I? I've got to use something a bit different. Although I can use it, but just like heavily decorated. Okay. So you're going to come out to... here. Be 5 tall in total. Go 1 out like that. That's 6. 6 is a higher number than 5, in case anyone was concerned at home. Don't worry, I've got you, I've got you. There we go. Brilliant. Foundations. Let's go for a half foundation on top there. Can I even afford... have I even unlocked the train? Is another question I haven't even, like, asked yet. Guess we'll find out eventually. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I still did it anyway. No. Actually, this could still work. Has to come down like that. Identical build. What do you mean? I can clearly see there isn't. Oh, because it... okay, I know why. That's annoying. If I half nudge you out like that, see, now it's fine apparently. There we go. And just in case you guys couldn't see that, I have turned on the lights. Make it a bit easier. There we go. Okay, so the next plan now for the architecture is to have the round concrete here going straight back, back, thank you. And having asphalt underneath here somewhere. I am, like, again, making this up, by the way. I've got no idea what I'm going to be doing for this. I've got a rough idea in my skull, but that's about it. Okay, so you'll be coming out to around about there. Granted, you probably have to come out by a little bit more. How much more can I do that before you start to stick through? That's already too far. There we go. Suppose I can then move you a little bit. Is that alright? Yep. Okay, so that's now pretty much in the middle right there. What I then want to try and do is go onto... where is it? Painted beams. Do that on that side. And do this. And actually, wait, no, you should be steel. Metal beams. Great. I can now afford to get rid of, let's say, this one for now. Can then come across over here. We leave, let's say, like a 2 or 3 gap per one. Is that all even? As long as it's even, it's fine. You're not, so you have to come forward there by 1. Better. Better. Great, then you just finish over there. The next part's going to be the kind of difficult one. Transport. Okay, I have got trains unlocked. I suppose that's good. It's a good start. And get rid of that. Make sure we go back by 1 foundation, which we already are. Why are you curving like that? I hate trains. I do. In real life, they're pretty cool. Just... that's about it. Okay. And now, not enough space on track. I know there is. The train looks massive. Have they increased the size of it? I need you to come out a bit further, by the way. It's massive there. What is it with trains I don't like? Just not knowing how many resources I'm actually transporting. Well, I know there is. Just the whole logistics behind it I find difficult to understand. That looks fine. Make sure that's definitely there. Then go into transports. I need you to be right on the edge. I can. Like so. I wouldn't mind also having a freight car. Not enough space on the track? Of course, that's fine. Now, if I was to get rid of you, do you also get rid of the train? No, because there's actually a train on it, so I can't do that. Paint you like so. So that's what that looks like for now. We've still got a lot more decoration to try and add to it. A lot more. Firstly, let's go back to architecture to add this thing down here. How high can I actually go? Like, okay, 18 seems reasonable. Welcome, Sinister Plank. Welcome back. Watching over on Twitch. Okay, 17's a bit low, I think, isn't it? Just in case, let's do that. How is the build going? Honestly, I don't know, because I don't know what I'm building. But I think it's going, like, fine. I was to get rid of these three. There. Sounds relatable, yep. Taking things and hoping that it's alright. It is a bit random having this here, but that's kind of the whole point of it. It's supposed to look a little bit random. What if you were to, like, hang a little bit? Like a wall chandelier. If I can get a bit closer, maybe. I'm gonna paint all of you as well. Yay. How is it nighttime again? Oh yeah, because we hit the 2-hour mark. That's right. That's fine. So now the question's going to be, how am I going to do this effect that I'm looking for? Especially considering I don't know what the effect is that I'm actually looking for. Oh, it's nighttime again now. Look at that for a view. I don't know how it looks like on stream. Oh, I've ruined. Okay. The lighting was fine there for about 5 seconds to make it look quite nice. We'll have that thing there. And essentially I want to make it look like this thing's broken through like some sort of dimension. So a lot of this is going to be like scattered, let's say, for example. So 2 up there. 1 there. You're 3 months out from seeing the northern light sky here. Oh wow, nice. That's always something that I have wanted to see. One day. Got by about like 3 there. It starts to get a little bit less fractured up there. Maybe like almost this entire thing. As I choke, almost this entire thing can be gone. Roughly here. Okay, let's try that for now. I increase the back wall of that. Okay. This is quite random. That's what I love to do in this game. I like to build random things and see if it works. Don't know if it's going to work yet. And also down here I want it to look nice as well and presentable. But I think it looks fine. Considering like what it was a bit earlier on today and for how long I've wanted to do something here. Granted it does look a bit different, but oh well. Like I do want to try and add back a couple of these though. Definitely up here. Yep, that would do it. Organization, large billboard. Doesn't matter what way it's facing, as long as it's there. Yeah, so we are just really experimenting here with ideas. Not saying this is going to look great. It's going to look like something. I don't know yet. No. Come across like this. I don't mind the black lines here, by the way. I think it looks fine. If I was trying to have like a smooth wall, I probably would mind it, but no, it's alright. There is a gap here though, which I don't particularly like that much. A gap on that side. Oh dear. Although I think we are just gonna have to place down an extra one over here. Maybe what I'll do is actually I'll rotate it. Because this, how is this still a gap? I made sure there wasn't a gap there. I'm down by 2 then, that's fine. I rotate this. There we go. Where is it? There we go. That's fine for now. And do a couple of breaks along there. Same thing down here. So you'll go down like this. Again like that as well. There are not as many fractures down here. Like a large cluster up there. Like so. And same thing here. So I feel like that side's got a few more than this side, so what I'll probably end up doing is that. And that's it. Yeah, the wall does get in the way there a little bit. The left side. The war on the wall. Speaking of, did you guys see that movie with Ice Cube, War of the Worlds? Inspired by the movie and the book, War of the Worlds. Apparently it was like one of the worst rated movies ever. It was just like a promotion for Amazon, essentially. Out of resources. But how is it looking so far? Terrible. Okay, great. Is there another way I can try and do this? Little crap on the trailer? Yeah. So, I don't like the way that looks very much. Is there a way that I can try and not do that? Hmm. Get rid of the rest there in a minute. Doggo 32 got on the way. Wow. Dog's dead? What? How about if we do this? Why are you so low? I can probably get rid of this, can't I? Same with that. Same with this. Oh no, like there's something about this that could end up looking nice, but I'm struggling to find that gap. Ow. The concept that we had before was fine, but I don't know how to do it. We could turn the entire back into like a wall, but then we'd have to use the smaller signs because then it won't create any sort of like weird sort of look. Let's try that then. I can place down 100 of these. Do you guys think I'm going to need more or less than 100? I hope it's less, but let's see. Because that's going to lag out my world like crazy. No. Sakes, man. No. Like that. No. The reason why I'm nudging it into each other so that there's no weird patterns that happen. No. Same now with you. Because if I was to do this, for example, it would be a lot easier. But there's going to be lines in the middle like that, which I don't really want. So I suppose we can just do this. The train come out of there. How would that look? Yeah, Ada gets mad. I know about that. Don't ask me how. Thank you. Try and line this up here. Player is in the way. Yep. Okay, so if we were to go up like that, it'd just be like one big orange light, which I don't really want either. Although what might make sense if I do this. I'm not stopping until I get this done. If I've got the light that goes up like that, how would that look? It'll look fine. But I think what I want to try and do is potentially even move this back to where that grey wall is. So then I can build another row of you guys on top of here. Like that. I mean, that would work. Or even just get rid of this and then just build the lights where I've already got them. A bit easier now, I suppose. Get some resources back, then I instantly lose the resource in just a minute. Welcome, Mike. Have you tried using the hover pack? I haven't got it unlocked, but if I had it unlocked, then absolutely. I'd love to use it if I had it. Well, thank you, though, for the suggestion. Would you like 1, 2? No. How would that look? No. It's like a B. There is something that I do want to try and do here with the lighting, I just don't quite know what yet. But there is something. And I think we're getting close to figuring out the answer. I do very quickly want to just copy this though. There we go. Just in case. You set up a full on Sloop Liquid Biofuel Factory for your jetpack this morning. I am planning on doing that very soon as well. I will dedicate an entire stream to getting it done. I don't know where I'm going to do it. Most likely somewhere below our factory over there. But we'll get it done. Absolutely. So now what I want to try and do first, though, is get lighting up all the way along the back. Get rid of this. Suppose I can do that from here. And then see where we can go from there. I'm still thinking, like, this project should be alright. I really don't know what it is I've built, and I don't necessarily know if I like it. It's got potential. It's so weird looking. If I was, like, really far back, how would it look? Lads. I could do something up there, though, about that. Let's see. That works. No. Does that work? Yeah, ionized fuel is fantastic for the jetpack. See, why are you two close together like that? No. Although it feels like... Are you closer to that? You're about, like, 1 foundation away. You are about 2 foundations away. How? Because you should have been... Okay, so you're slightly closer than that. Right. Okay. The first one was right. There we go. Okay. Then I have to bring you forward by an extra one, because otherwise you look completely out of place. I don't really want to do that. Because now you're going to look even more out of place, aren't you? Not really. Even though you are. That will have to do for now. What if I was to then add you guys here as well? Can't imagine it looking great. It adds colour. I mean, that's about it. No. We'll figure out what to do in that corner. Because I feel like it needs something. Thank you again, by the way, to everyone who's tuning in. And welcome to the one subscriber. There's more than one subscriber watching, but thank you to the one subscriber that subscribed today. Thank you. And to the 2 followers over on Twitch. Thank you. So I think what we're going to end up going with here is everything in the center of you is going to be lit up in orange. And everything around you is just going to be black. I think. I want it to look like a big door, essentially. The weirdest thing ever? Thank you. What can we do? Because I want it to also look like it's part of the factory, like it's doing something. You can always add some pipes in the middle. That's what we could, like, potentially turn it into. If I was to lower this down. There. Potentially get rid of that train bit in the middle. I'll then make this look like it's part of the actual factory itself. No, how have you done that? I think we could, honestly. So let's go with that. I might end up getting rid of some of the oh my god, man. Really? Some of these basic walls behind here by accident, I can just place them back in again, that's fine. How did I even get over here? Did I jump? Must have. Where's that train? Now it's just trying to find that balance between something that isn't, like, really weird and then something that also works here as well. Which is easier said than done. And again, add you back. Same thing here. Okay. So now we've restored normality, almost. Almost restored it. The next thing that I then want to try and do is over here. Add maybe this back. Get a wall going. Might have to be a bit lower than that, let's see. I'm back by 2. Nope. Same idea, just slightly differently executed. Instead, let's use this. Some vertical conveyor. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and turn this bit here into a logistics-looking area. So I'm going to have some pipes, have some conveyor belts, make it look like it's actually part of the main logistical process, rather than just having a train there, which I don't really feel like fit the area quite well. I always lose my cursor whenever I activate that mode. It's weird. Okay, I think you'll be fine there. Yeah. I think. Although, would it... I feel like what this area now needs is a half foundation. Or just one more of these again. That'll be a bit too much though, so I can't do that. In that case, what I'll do is this. I'll grab that. And try and put it straight up to here. Which should now make it look a bit more, I don't know, give it a better support. Potentially, yes. I have thought of a slightly better design now. Which I might want to try and implicate. So what I'm now going to try and do is get rid of 1, 2, 3. Get that. And bring you down. We then need to have some sort of wall here along the back. Is that where the other wall is? Can I try and like line you guys up? I think it should be. So you should look the exact same as you do up there. That one's only about 1.5, so you actually got to come down by an extra little bit. Then for you, we'll try and find the middle point, then do the exact same thing. Let's not attach them together. The Gates of Mordor. What does that even look like? That's from, I'm going to get this wrong, aren't I? Lord of the Rings? Or is it Game of Thrones? Middle-earth, I don't know what that is. That looks quite nice. I can't design that, but it looks quite nice. So where's the middle point? Can I try and find like the exact middle of this project? Because if I can do that, I can base everything off of that. In fact, do I have to? Not necessarily. All of the rings, okay. There. These two are the middle ones. There should be 7 here. And 7 there. 6 now. Okay, right. So you're the middle then. Okay. So I want to try and actually get rid of most of what I've done around the outside. I've thought of a new idea which isn't going to look as out of place, essentially. It's very similar to what I've done, but just not as crap. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Old Soviet government building. Luckily it won't do when it's finished. Just for now I'll paint it a slightly different colour just so I can see where's the middle. Okay. So I'll do that. I'm then going to want to do the same pattern here again. How am I actually going to do that? If I just zoop you along there, are you actually going to be lined up though? Yeah, looks like it. Yep, that's good. Okay, nice. Not a bad idea. Well, it is. I've got a bad idea, but it might end up being a good idea. Which is my way of saying, I hope this will be a good idea, but I actually don't know. You remain the way you are. I hate when it does like that automatic paint thing. Like, I don't tell it to paint it paints anyway. So you're now going to go down to here. You will now go, no. You're now going to go up. But you don't want to do, that's alright. I've got to be a bit higher here, I think. Because if that's the middle point, I need to be higher than it. Great. So then again, 1, 2. Then you're now going to go up to the top. And now I'm too high. Are you actually taking the mickey? Have you taken the last biscuit out of my biscuit jar? There we go. So then get rid of that. You'll then come down to there. You'll then come down to here. Now get rid of you for now. Can't do that up there. I can try and do this one though. No. So it wasn't soup, so why didn't it work then? Must have pressed something wrong. Oh well. So how does this design look in comparison? I think it looks a bit more normal. Welcome, Teddy. Hope that you're doing well. Yeah, it doesn't look as bad, at least. I don't know if that's a good thing. It doesn't look as bad, but yeah. We'll figure it out. I don't like not figuring things out. Like spaghetti factories. Yeah, well, I try to avoid them. I might occasionally build one. It looks better, but I don't want it to look too similar. I think what I'll do is I'll lower you guys down by 2. What used to be the biggest one. Same thing over here now as well. That should be a little bit better. You're fine. I'm on Zoop mode. Oh. Okay. I could in theory change the color as well, but I don't know if I want to. Let's just get rid of all of our little mess. This little scaffolding, I suppose. So this will now be the door in, essentially. It is better, but I don't want it to look a bit too boring, if anything. I'll try and change the color of them. I don't know. Because yeah, I mean, it does look better. Or though maybe I prefer if they were all like this. A lot of this is very finicky. It really is. In theory, I could have actually ended this project a good hour ago. But I didn't. I didn't like the way it looked. And because of that, here we are. But considering the amount of time I've put into this project already, like not just this bit, but like the entire project, if I build one thing that looks crap, it's going to make everything else around it also look crap as well. So it's quite important that you do try your best to make it look as nice as possible. Okay. So now we've got them there. I could try and like squeeze these three here. To increase the length of view again, but then it will look too symmetrical. I've already got enough of those concrete walls on each side. I don't want any more of them. I could try and like move you across, so have one in the middle, then have you up there, you a bit further towards the end, then you again in the middle. The megawatts have dropped. Please don't tell me you're having a nuclear meltdown. Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope not. That is not what we need. I say we like I'm involved. I am involved in it now. I'm mentally involved with it. There we go. I'll make you slightly lighter. The waistlines are full. I would normally say don't panic, but maybe panic a little bit. A slight panic. I knew I was missing one up there. I knew it. So, maybe a bigger gap in between. So if I was to leave a gap here, then a gap there, then build one more, I think that's what I'll do. But in the gap we could have some lights. Yes. Lights. Give me more lights. I mean, you are going to be rather close here to the edge. Oh well. Nope. Oh, that was close. Trying to find the issue. I'm sure it's going to be like a very minor issue as well. It normally is for these types of like problems, isn't it? No, not that one. So what I would quite like to try and have along here is the wall to be directly behind you, first of all. Like that. Are you already behind? No. Okay. Do that then as well. Is that behind directly? I don't know. I feel like that's fine. Yep. Yes, okay, that part's actually fine. Get rid of that temporarily. In fact, I think that can all go. So how big is this gap going to be then in the middle? Is it exactly 1? Okay, that's exactly 1. I can still bring you up by 10. Like so. Have you come back here by about half the foundation? Like so. I can just about select that. Oof, just about. Thing is, as long as it works for one of these, then it should look fine for the rest. I just need one of them to work. Or to look decent. So what I want to try and do here, first of all, maybe some round concretes. Also some round concrete in here as well. Like so, and paint you. If I can't paint you, what I do instead is this. Better. Right colour. Decent. You forgot one Mark II. One Mark II pump, and your megawatts went from like 750,000 to 400,000, and like 200,000 barrels or 20,000 barrels of waste. Damn. See, that's what I mean. Like, it's one tiny mistake, and then everything's just a nightmare. How would this look? I feel like it will look fine when it's done with some lights. In fact, here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab... Where is it? Organizations, smart board. Is that smart or small? Okay, so I thought it was small. When I said smart and I was questioning myself, like, is it actually smart board? No. I don't know why my mouse flicks up every single time I let go of it. The wire's fine. Let's see if light can truly solve all problems. Well, technically signs. This is not really a light, it's a sign. Acting as a light. It identifies as a light. And that's alright. No. I'm so used to pressing like the down arrow for it to actually go down, but that's just not how it works. Okay, for my keyboards. My keyboards. So we're not done just yet, just a quick test. That looks so much better. It just looks better. Yeah, nice, okay. We got there in the end. Granted, it took us a good hour and a half longer than it should have. But we got there in the end. I want to come up here by an extra 2. Same thing here. Can I try and see if I can select this? There we go. Quarter pipe, then get the inverted quarter pipe. Then just whack you on top there. Yeah, is that going to be good? Yeah, I think that's actually going to be pretty good. And because I'm changing you, I might as well change everything. Along there. That it all definitely is matching. There we go. Line up, thank you. So that's one light done. The very last thing I was going to try and add to here was this, the frame wall. There. Okay, I think we finally got ourselves the look we are looking for, which is a look that we were looking for. Great. I mean, compare this, which I think looks fine, to this. I think there's a pretty big difference. Then for the bit here in the middle, I do still want to try and have that black wall. And essentially what we're going to be doing is having a bunch of pipes, let's say, coming from somewhere up here. So we'll remove a part of the ceiling, have our pipes come straight down. There won't be anything in the pipes. Then along the back we'll probably have, again, some orange light potentially. But coming from this wall to this wall, and then probably from that wall again to that wall, and this wall to that wall, we'll then have some pipes as well. Looks a lot better now, yeah. Does it actually fit in with the rest of the factory? I feel like it does. It's a very big door for now. Yep. It's a door. Okay. You set up your factory on a sleep... Oh, I've already read that message. Yeah, the liquid biofuel. I do want to try and tackle that one day. I just don't know when that day is going to be, but hopefully soon. I'm thinking... So... Tuesday, maybe? No. Soon. Trademark soon. Rid of all these walls, because they're slightly out of place. Rid of them. If I can, there we go. Great. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are so high up right now, I can barely see what I'm doing yet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're fine there. Okay, great. Now, is there going to be a gap between this and the other side? You're fine. Okay, there is a gap. I had a feeling that might happen, but I feel like there's a gap on the other side as well, though. Some junctions and some valves. Yeah, that would be basically it, really. So eventually you're going to be coming out to... Well, that's going to get redesigned. But yeah, that's the idea. It's going to get cornered off there. Okay. Very quickly, I'll check something. Lovely. Great. Okay. I want to try and finish this half. The other half we can do another day or off camera. Still got a lot of work to do though. Let's try and get it done. Hopefully today. And chuck you into there. Again, I could have made this in the blueprints, but I've intentionally chosen not to do that. Why? Because it's fun. I might have to move slightly to the middle here. Just so I can see, you know, what I'm doing. Oh, see, that's why. That's quite an important thing that we managed to miss. Okay. Keep going up. You can probably try to jump down now, although I do also... Oh, you're already there. Great. Is there anything else I can really do from here for now? No. Should be alright. Oh, I was about to go straight down. Oh dear. Where's the music gone? It's just gone. It's vanished. Fair enough. And with you, chuck you right here. Okay. Nope. How come you guys come down a bit further? This. Not lined up. Also, thank goodness, by the way, for infinite zooping. Like, honestly, it's such a game changer. It's one of those things that, like, if someone was to start playing the game today, they wouldn't think twice about the infinite zoop. Like, yeah, it's there, so what? It's part of the game. But as players who have been playing this for a considerable amount of time, let's put it, I feel like we'll definitely notice it a lot more. It's just such a big game changer. There we go. It's not infinite? I thought it is, isn't it? Well, it's a lot bigger than what it was, at least. It's better. A lot better. Okay. We are starting to run a little bit low on resources. Just fine. Now, can I paint you guys back to what you were before? Would that look decent? Well, if you look fine the way you are, let's just leave you. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. So, this is what we had roughly half an hour ago, maybe 45 minutes ago. It was a unique pattern. I was trying something new. I wouldn't say it works out brilliantly, but I've learned a few things whilst doing it, at least. And I've already thought of a way I can improve it. And then now, this is what we've got. It's a bit more of a simplistic pattern. We are using a few more lights. But I think it does end up looking a little bit better. Mostly. It's still a bit too square though for my liking. That's why I was trying to go with this design. Because this doesn't look like a square. Whereas this does. Or like a rectangle. So I might try and add a few things like in between. Like a couple walls. Just like randomly here, there. Just to try and break apart that pattern. But for the most part I think we'll end it like that. What else did we manage to get done today? Oh yeah, we managed to finish all the logistics there for our tower, which is great. And we also managed to get rid of a building. Which I think overall looks fine. I felt like we actually started a stream when it turned night, and now we're ending the stream as it turned to night. Oh yeah, it's been exactly 3 hours, that's why. Makes sense. Been playing since update 5. Oh wow. The update zooming was released, or zooping was released, but you can imagine the pain of placing one foundation at a time. Absolutely. I remember building factories, especially in the grass field, where when I was planning what I used to call like a mega factory, but now it's like a average size factory for me. And I used to have to place down every single foundation one click at a time, slowly, again and again and again. And it took so long, but I took a break. And I didn't actually realize update 5 happened. I wasn't really part of like, the Satisfactory scene at all. I just played the game whenever I was bored. But I remember logging in one day and having the zoop feature. And the amount of excitement it provided the player was ridiculous. Knowing that you've just saved minutes. Boring minutes. And it's a quality of life thing. That's the thing with Satisfactory. They've added so many quality of life changes. There's not many other games that have done as much as Satisfactory with quality of life. Because other games add content, but not necessarily making the game better. Like for example, COD. The amount of COD updates that have felt like they've made the game worse is unreal. I don't remember a Satisfactory update where when I started playing it, I was like, okay, this game feels worse than what it did before. I honestly cannot remember one. And if there was, I'm sure they would have fixed it straight away. So content-wise, we're getting a decent amount, but most importantly for me, quality of life stuff as well, we're also getting a really good amount of updates. This bloody fly is actually starting to grind my gear. You had that moment with straight pipes. Yeah, straight pipes again, another huge game changer. Huge moments. Huge moment in history. But regardless, thank you very much everyone for tuning into today's live stream. Let me thank everyone that's tuned in over on the YouTube. We managed to achieve 11 likes today, so thank you very much for that. I do greatly appreciate that. Tomorrow we're doing stuff, and then the day after that we're doing more stuff. I'm sure that really does narrow it down. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. We're not doing any raids today. Maybe on the weekend. You have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on my next live stream tomorrow. Goodbye, and Godspeed. Cheerio!